بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
What are the 5 pillars of Islam? The 5 pillars of Islam are the framework of the Muslim life. They are the testimony of faith, prayer, giving zakat, support of the needy, fasting during the month of Ramadan, and the pilgrimage to Mecca once in a lifetime for those who are able. 1. The testimony of faith. The testimony of faith is saying with conviction,
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah.
This saying means, there is no true God, deity, but God, Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger, prophet, of God. The first part, there is no true God but God, means that none has the right to be worshipped but God alone, and that God has neither partner nor son. This testimony of faith is called the Shahada, a simple formula which should be said with conviction in order to convert to Islam. The testimony of faith is the most important pillar of Islam. 2. Prayer. Muslims perform 5 prayers a day. Each prayer does not take more than a few minutes to perform. Prayer in Islam is a direct link between the worshipper and Allah. There are no intermediaries between Allah and the worshipper. In prayer, a person feels inner happiness, peace, and comfort, and that Allah is pleased with him or her. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and prayer be upon him, said, Bilal, call the people to prayer, let us be comforted by it. Bilal was one of Muhammad's, peace and prayer be upon him, companions who was charged to call the people to prayers. Prayers are performed at dawn, noon, mid-afternoon, sunset, and night. A Muslim may pray almost anywhere, such as in fields, offices, factories, or universities. 3. Giving zakat, support of the needy. All things belong to Allah, and wealth is therefore held by human beings in trust. The original meaning of the word zakat is both purification and growth. Giving zakat means giving a specified percentage on certain properties to certain classes of needy people. The percentage which is due on gold, silver, and cash funds that have reached the amount of about 85 grams of gold, and held in possession for 1 lunar year is 2.5%. Our possessions are purified by setting aside a small portion for those in need, and, like the pruning of plants, this cutting back balances and encourages new growth. A person may also give as much as he or she pleases as voluntary alms or charity. 4. Fasting the month of Ramadan for the sake of Allah. Every year in the month of Ramadan, all Muslims fast from dawn until sundown, abstaining from food, drink, and sexual relations. Although the fast is beneficial to health, it is regarded principally as a method of spiritual self-purification. By cutting oneself off from worldly comforts, even for a short time, a fasting person gains true sympathy with those who go hungry, as well as growth in his or her spiritual life. 5. The pilgrimage to Mecca. The annual pilgrimage, Hajj, to Mecca is an obligation once in a lifetime for those who are physically and financially able to perform it. About 2 million people go to Mecca each year from every corner of the globe. Although Mecca is always filled with visitors, the annual Hajj is performed in the 12th month of the Islamic calendar. Male pilgrims wear special simple clothes which strip away distinctions of class and culture so that all stand equal before Allah. The rites of the Hajj include circling the Kaaba 7 times, and going 7 times between the hillocks of Safa and Marwa, as Hagar did during her search for water. Then the pilgrims stand together in Arafat and ask God for what they wish, and for His forgiveness. The end of the Hajj is marked by a festival, Eid al-Adha, which is celebrated with prayers. This, and Eid al-Fitr, a feast day commemorating the end of Ramadan, are the two annual festivals of the Muslim calendar, made for the sake of Allah. By Help New Muslims group in Facebook.